Greetings, happy Thrive and Shine Saturday. Welcome to my car chronicles. It appears that each time I come to you all with the video or a talk, I'm coming either from my from my vehicle, and that's because for me, most of my thinking comes while I am driving or in the shower. I don't know about you all, but how many people seems to have their most prolific thoughts either when they're in the shower or when they're in their vehicle. Of course, I'm not going to come from my shower, so the next best place is in my vehicle. So we'll call these Car Chronicle diaries. So today, you guys have been seeing a lot of me lately. Like these last couple of days, I've done like video after video. I hope you all don't get tired of me too quickly. But I've just been having a lot on my mind, so I've been wanting to share, because who knows, after this, I may go into seclusion for a month or so. And once again, I just wanted to come and share. Many of you yesterday saw my video that I posted on what's your love language. From that, I posted this quote that said, addressing where we both went wrong, instead of pinning everything on one person. And I got some feedback on that, which made me actually think more about what that was saying. When I first posted it, I was like, yeah, that's true. And I had some thoughts, but I really hadn't given it a lot of thought until people started to comment on it. And I was just like, there's something in this. Let me just kind of take a step back and really think about this. And so the thoughts began to flow earlier last night and today. And I was like, let me get up and do a video. So once again, yesterday I posted something that says, addressing where we both went wrong instead of pinning everything on one person. And that has to do with relationships. Many of us, whether it's relationships with family members, co-workers, or your significant other, when we are involved in relationships don't always work out how we want or expect them. And it seems like when the relationship goes the opposite direction of what we expected or wanted, we want to place blame or pin all the wrong on someone else, because we as flesh and as self, we tend at times to have not be able to look within to see where it is that we might have gone wrong. Flesh wants you to blame everybody else around you, while growth says take a look within and see what how you are accountable and what role you played. And so going back to some things that people had posted, one person was saying like, hey, that's hard to do. It was hard to do. And I thought about that, and I was like, it's only hard. I said it may be hard, but until the ego is let go, we will never know complete healing and growth. And it's so true. And until we get ego out of the way, we can never address the issues that really need to be addressed. We can never fully address what role we played in something. Now, we may look at it and say, well, I didn't do anything. This person did A, B, C, and D. And I was just trying to be a friend, or I was just being a friend, or this person hurt me. They went out and they did A, B, C, and all of this. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Stop. You may not have acted or responded to the behavior of someone else, but you still have to stop and think and say, what role did I play in this? Because once again, it's not about them at this point. If you want total healing and growth, it's not about what somebody else has done. It's about you. You have to take a look within and see and address where it went wrong for you. And some of the things that I came up with is a lot of times we'll get involved in relationships that we know we should have never been involved in. We'll meet people or someone from our past to come back into our lives, and because there was history there, or you gone through such, and I'm going to look at it from this point of view when addressing, when talking about this issue. Well, when someone comes into our life from the past, we want to rekindle what was, thinking, because, thinking, hey, everything in my life didn't work, or every other person I've dated in my life didn't work, so why not give this person a chance to see where it will go, because back in the day we had something. And sometimes people will come back into your life to test your strength, to test your boundaries, to test your standards, to test your belief. And what you said, like you may have just come out of a situation and you were like, okay, I'm never going back into that again. I'm da-da-da-da-da. And then this person comes along and we throw all of that out the window. Why? Because one, flesh wants to be loved. Flesh wants to be accepted. Flesh wants to be loved and accepted. And so we can have spiritual discernment, and our spirit can be saying, nope, don't get involved with that person. Or we can see red flags, but we will compromise our spirit for our flesh. We will ignore the red flags. We will ignore the unhealthy behaviors. We will ignore the current situation, the situation that this person is still involved with someone else, or they're emotionally attached to someone else. We think that, oh, we can change them, or things will change once they see who we truly are. Things will change when they see that I am a good, genuine person. And then along the lines, we begin to violate our own boundaries and standards. Now we're still, stay with me. We're still addressing where we both went wrong and why a situation didn't work. It didn't work because you compromised. It didn't work because you ignored the red flags. It didn't work because you ignored the unhealthy behaviors. It didn't work because the current situation of a person being emotionally unavailable. It didn't work because you violated your own boundaries, let alone them. You want to get mad at them and said they violated my boundaries or my standards. No, you did that. But we want to blame them. See, once again, it's about looking within. And then when we downplay our worth and our value, once again, we compromise our spirit. And then when we want to stay in situations because of the flesh, once again, the flesh wants to be accepted. The flesh wants to be loved. The flesh wants to be cared for. The flesh wants another flesh to be able to cling on to and make them feel better within that moment, so we don't have to address our own issues. And so time will go by and you've seen all the red flags and the situation is not getting better. Instead of you healing, you're becoming more wounded and damaged and broken. And then once that thing is over with, we want to blame the other person and why this didn't work. Well, it didn't work. And then we say, well, you wasted our time. No, you wasted your own time by placing and giving effort into things and people that you know you should not have been involved in. We break, and I look at it, I say, you know what? Because I'm guilty of it. Hey, I've been in relationships that I know God told me not to get into. I've been in situations where God was like, here's the red flags. And I was like, but God, you know this person, da 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 da. He was like, okay. And he would warn me. He was like, break it off, because it's going to end up hurting you more than it hurts this other person. I was like, but God, I'm tired of being single and all this other stuff. And I continued on. And so when that situation or that relationship didn't work, then I want to say, well, God, why? He was like, I've warned you. I warned you. I warned you. Y'all, I'm going to take a break and come back to y'all.